Be so kind to tick your boxes, boys. I don't care, you gotta do it. Do it.
Yeah. Yeah, Calum, you need to keep them busy for like 5 minutes. I'll be fine after that.
Ham is in the lead.
You can do the driver of the week as well to start off this week for a change.
I guess. Alright, I'll do the intro then. Hello and welcome to the SLR SidePOD for episode 27. 26, I am dumb. 26. Scorps is dying, I guess. Scorps is definitely dying. It's going to be slightly different start to the podcast as all these idiots are just not, keeping up with the, the actual fact that we're doing the SidePOD right now. It's a great start.
All TikTok.
So,
I'm already big.
On title front I go.
So,
Come on, Callum.
yeah, this week we have my co-host for this time because Steve was buggered off again. So, Owen,
Hello.
that's my co-host.
You picked Owen.
It's my honorary co-host always.
I'm the reserve co-host. I don't know what you call it, but yeah.
It's okay. I see how it is.
He's so disappointed. Oh, it's okay. It's fine. My feelings.
That's my role. I have my other role.
It's okay. It's fine. Carry on.
Welcome, Scorps, to the podcast as well.
Thank you, as always. Thank you.
Love you, mate. Ranga and Clock are here, but since they had to tick the boxes because they're off playing Battlefront,
I'm here.
I'm not going to give them a nice introduction.
We have now. And you forgot to say General Clock once again, which I am very
I'm
disappointed.
not going to say it. I said it last week for the birthday, and now I'm not saying it again. I refuse, out of spite towards you, to say it.
It's salt.
Sorry, I'm just my chair. There we go. Sort.
Scorps is about to be overtaken by a horse driver,
No, I'm
one
not.
of which was taken out at the start of the race.
No, I'm not. Sidrod, I can
yes,
keep.
you
I can
are.
keep Sidrod behind me.
I'm gonna press X to doubt. As he dives into the pits, actually. So
Exactly.
yeah.
There we go. Sorted. Safe.
Yeah. The topic this week is SLR records again because Clock is unoriginal.
I mean, again, we haven't done one properly like this, so.
Well, we've done a kind of one before, but nah. Oh well. Basically, I'll be relying on Clock to say most of everything that's on the podcast this week. I forgot what I was going to say because this has been a weird start to the podcast. I will do drive of the day because I am
Weak.
weird. I don't care. It's a driver of some
That's
point.
my job as co-host. There you go. It's all good. Don't have to do anything.
It doesn't matter. Everyone knows what I mean.
So
So, driver of the week.
it's me.
Driver of the week. Owen
Yes?
is a Baggy fan from Div 3. After losing part of his front wing early on in the race, Baggy managed to take his hand. I read that as hands, not hards. To the end of laps.
Oh God.
To the end from lap 7. A safety car in the second half of the race meant he was under huge pressure, and despite having both end plates missing, and his tyres looking like a puncture was imminent, Baggy valiantly comes home in P10. Fair enough, Baggy. Yeah, congratulations on driver of the week.
Go on, Baggy.
Yeah, congratulations, mate. So,
Got awkward.
how is everyone this evening?
Drunk.
Never do that.
We are ready, Callum. We're always ready.
No, you're not. That's the problem. You're never ready.
What you mean never?
Yeah, fuck, you're never ready. It's always your
Who are
fault,
you
bro.
to talk?
Me?
I said it more as a general statement, heading towards the Battlefront players at the moment, but never mind.
We are ready though.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah. So, like I said, the topic this week is SLR records. This will be mostly clock, talking facts and figures at us for most of the podcast. So, strap in for that one. Of course, we'll talk about certain records, certain thingamajigs. I'm guessing some records won't be mentioned as they're part of the quiz. Again, that'll be for clock to decide. And I think I've got that right. So yeah, clock. I'm gonna give it over to you.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, I feel like this is my area of knowledge when it comes to SLR. It's the Hall of Fame tab. But yeah, first of all, I just want to put it out there that it's something that I'm personally immensely proud of, to be honest. The fact that we have such an extended amount of stats and a way to what's the word, like keep our history relevant, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
make sure that anyone can know our history, make sure that anyone can know who's been here. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I thought I was just gonna go through some of the tabs and look at some of the records and see. It would be almost a trip down the memory lane for some of you to look at and see the drivers who's been here, people who's had wins and who's been successful and who's maybe not been very successful. But anyway, the first tab we have on. If you go, I mean, just want to say that as well. If you want to see the older records, go on to the website and there's a tab saying Hall of Fame, and there is a lot of them. And there's also understandings. There's a tab called Statistics where you can see the all-time point standings and practice specific standings. So just wanted to put that
Scopes has bottled it.
up there, and yeah. Judging by the sound of him, he wasn't very happy. But I think all of you know that Presto Evans is still the guy having the most race wins in SLR. I don't think any one of you is surprised.
Yeah, no, I'm not really surprised at that one.
Is there anyone who actually knows how many wins he has?
708.
60.
60. Yeah, 16.
I'm gonna say 35.
16.
He should have said
Oh,
60.
16. All right. I didn't hear him.
It is 16.
To be
so-
honest.
But he only did for 3.5 seasons, almost. But 16 is pretty decent. But behind him is Jamham, who's going up to 12. So he's only 4 wins away from Presto. So it's one record already. Where Presto
Almost
can be
cross
caught.
off the list. Yeah.
No, we'll see if he gets done this season. He certainly can, but if
To
not,
be
it
fair,
will
it
be.
shows how much he dominated.
Yes, it does.
In the early
Yeah,
seasons. It
yeah.
really didn't I didn't really understand at the time as to how dominant he was. I guess until you look at it now, you see obviously elite and other divisions are so tight you can't really pick a win in most weeks. So like crazy to really know. How much how good his stats are, considering he's not been here for a while now. So pretty impressive. But saying that, maybe you've got to question the competition. No, I don't want to, knock his records or anything like that. But maybe he's so dominant. I'd like to see how he'd get on if he was in today's elite division in comparison to when he was around.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, of course. He scored all his records in Div 1, which was the highest division at the time.
Yeah.
And he was mostly most successful during Season 1 and Season 2, where he won both titles, and he actually lost the title to Freeman. Sorry, in Season 3, and then halfway through Season 4 he was gone. But yeah, Jamham is catching up. Then we have two wins behind Jamham on 10 wins is another guy who was here before, but it's onto the podium, and followed by Freeman.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's another guy who was very successful at the podium. If you remember him, he had 2 championships. Yeah, and then just going more down through the list, we have Rollknook, Hamjam, and myself on 9 wins. And it's pretty amazing actually. Not amazing, but it's a bit ridiculous. It feels a bit low to have only 9 wins. Personally, when I've done like,
Yeah.
I think I've done like 78 races or 79 races. I won 9 of them. So when you look at the numbers, it yeah, and I've 4 of them have been in Monaco as well. So almost 50% of my wins has been there. But yeah. I'll see if I can find all of the people in the party somewhere here. We have...
See, mine's actually inaccurate when I look through the Hall of Fame. I'm missing 1 or 2 race wins.
Yeah, I know that. It's because of the races going missing.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah.
It's
I've been robbed of 1 or 2 race wins.
It's unfortunate.
Which would have actually put me up to, what, 7?
5
5 in the Hall of Fame.
You are
I think I should have
currently...
been up to about 7.
Where are you? I can't find you here now. Oh, there you are. You're on 3 now.
I'm on who? What now? What?
You're on 3 wins.
How could I... What? I could name all the tracks I won at.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna give you a win unless I can give all the others who was in that race their statistics.
Hate that. That is bull.
Rang is on 4 wins at the moment.
I could have been on more than Rango.
I think that's right. Off the top of my head.
To put that into context, though, it shows the success of certain people because you're on the same amount of wins as Bennett, for example, who's only been here for this season, I think.
Yeah, that's right. I won 2 in season. I won 2.
Same as Sam now.
I won 1 last
Third
season.
win this weekend. He's been here for even shorter than Bennett.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, can we start talking about wins? I don't have any.
You do? You do?
F2 win, didn't you?
You
F2.
F2 win.
Yeah.
F2.
Don't
At least
do
you had a
yourself like
podium,
that.
mate.
F2 is different to F1, though, isn't it?
No. Don't do yourself like that, Chief. You've done it. No matter what, you've done it.
You've done better than I have. And I've
Well,
been here much longer than you have.
if he doesn't want to go talk about wins, I'll move on to pole positions then. And I can tell you that.
Oh, this is not where I fare well.
Pole positions is dominated one person only, and it's Freeman who's on 24 pole positions.
Oh god.
And he is the second place is held by Verstappen, Dorsey, ILR2, Bottas, and Midsi, and they're on 10. So Freeman is 14 poles ahead of everyone else.
Jesus.
He's crushing everyone when it comes to 1 lap pace. Really have to
These
do
takes
that.
two.
I think I only got 1. I think I've only had 1 pole position. But that pole position wouldn't be counted
Sorry, Freeman.
because it was one of the races that was lost. One time I get pole position and the results was lost.
you have 2 pole positions here. So I
Really?
think your memory is a bit broken. I mean, it was a couple of SidePODs ago when you had forgot we had Austria in season 2, which was a race you actually won. So
Yeah. See, I'm trying to think. When I won the championship, I didn't get that. I was never good on 1 lap pace. I always got great starts and, led from the start. Or fought my way through the field.
here we can also
I
find
just don't...
a very interesting thing. You know who we were talking about, Presto Evans before? He being on 16 wins. He only has 8 pole positions, which is the same amount of pole positions as Rangi actually has. The difference is that Rangi is on 4 wins and Presto is on 16, so I don't know what happened there, Ranga. We were 8 poles.
Ranga's bad on full race pace.
I'm just generally bad.
Can you remember a lot of many of those 8 poles though, Ranga?
8 poles I've had.
Yes, you have had 8
I've
poles.
had Bahrain this season, then there was France last season, then there was
Canada season 1, wasn't it?
Australia season 1, Canada season 1.
You got pole in Canada season 1?
Yeah, one race. Didn't
I was started. I started at the back and
Really,
second.
Oh yeah, I got pole in USA in season 4 and was winning until the second to last lap when something unfortunate happened and I've still not recovered from it. Yeah, just a big
Sweet,
gap
you
happened.
don't pit.
Yeah, it was one of those, you know.
You even had the
Wait, did he
same
get a
thing
point
I
there?
had. Where you had your teammate who pitted quite near the back. I think he was second last to me. I was trying to tell you.
Classic Joe, doing me dirty, as usual. What's he like?
What's he like?
Just trying to think. No, I think that's it. I can't think of any.
It's not. I can't remember all my polls as well. I have 6. I know I got one. I think I've only got one at Monaco, maybe 2. I can't remember season 3. So I didn't have pole in season 2, not in season 4, not in season 5. I did have it in season 1. Well, I've had pole in Spain twice. I still remember the lap time actually of the season 1 pole.
Oh my god, yeah, how could I ever forget?
Yeah, that was a bit crazy. Yeah. But yeah, then it's a bit
Look,
out of my head.
listen to you two glow.
I'm not,
Yeah,
I'm
he-
not to glow about.
yes,
I've won
I got a
4
pole
races, Chief.
here
I've got
and
nothing to
there.
glow about.
trying to think where I actually got pole, because I got pole in Japan, but that wouldn't have been counted. Japan's
All I know is that
race
my
results
highest
were
quality's
lost.
third. Jesus,
But I can
no, I didn't say that.
It is interesting though, but I think we can say for certain that Freeman is not gonna get caught anytime soon.
No,
Um,
probably not, no.
Oh, he's been here for a while, and I'd like to think he'll be here for a while again. So,
That's it. There's been a bit of a shatter in the relationship recently, though, hasn't there?
That's it.
what do you mean?
With Freeman and SLR after he changed his game attack.
I just mean it's changing game.
It's-
Like,
it's
I'm not sure if
all-
that
it's all
shatter in the
I'm not about to
relationship.
shatter a relationship. Yeah, fair enough.
I think
It has for me. I'm not very happy.
It's just as bad that Clock is a league owner and hasn't changed his name yet.
I think you're making a bird out of a feather now, Owen. But
Wait, I've never heard that expression before.
What?
yeah, you
Making a
haven't.
bird out
Making a
of a feather.
bird out of a feather.
We used that in
I've
Sweden.
never heard that one before.
You start using it now. You learn something every
No,
day.
I'm not going to, because it sounds stupid.
You stupid.
Thank you.
But we're moving on to podiums then, which is a bit interesting because once again
God.
though, Presto Evans is in the lead with 32 podiums, but Freeman is on 29, so he's only 3 podiums away from Presto, and I'd like to think that that record is going to get broken this season.
I would have thought so,
You'd
yeah.
hope so.
And I hope whoever's streaming that race when he scores his 32nd or 33rd podium, that he gets a little interview about breaking the record afterwards.
Yeah.
But you never know. In third we have Legends, if anyone remembers him, 27
Yeah.
podiums. Then we have Relic Nook and
Jesus.
Hamjam on 25. I am on 24. I was gonna say that I will try to remember, but that is impossible to remember 24, so I will not try to. Jamham is on 23, and I think that puts all into
Yeah.
context of the success of Ham and Jam, both of them, because Ham is
Yeah.
1 podium ahead of me, and Jam is 1 podium behind me, and
Yeah.
they joined, what was it, 2 seasons after me, or 3 seasons after me.
Yeah, 3 full seasons after, pretty much.
So, yeah, it shows how successful they've been as well. But yeah, I'm still pretty happy with the record I have there. Ryan Gay, you're sitting on 17 podiums, together with JH, SLR Bean and SLR Gunnar, so it's quite a row of OGs there with 17 podiums, I'd say.
Oh god. This is not going to fare well for me being an OG. I think I've got
I've just seen
7.
something and I think I might cry.
What?
I just got a bit just interested and I looked at that record and I just found out that the fastest lap that I set last weekend was a 10th off of the lap record. That's making me look
Yeah,
cry.
I noticed that. I noticed that you were elite. Only had the third best lap of the weekend. The one and
Jesus.
McEwen beat a lap record in Singapore, and then Owen was 1/10 behind McEwen, so he was
Yeah.
so
I
close to
think I
make
was
it.
100th off of the old lap record as well.
Yeah,
I think
you
I
were
remember
so
seeing
close to making
it
it.
was like a 9.7 or something like that, and I did a 9.8.
Yeah, that would have been pretty good if we would have a big team.
If you just carry on while I just nip to the toilet clock, I'll be back.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
won't be
yeah,
long.
that's fine. Yeah, so one thing that actually surprised me a bit is that Ranga and Gary SLR Bean has the same amount of podiums. I don't think that when you look at it. I don't know. At least I don't. I'm not sure what you all.
I wouldn't have thought he had that many, considering kind of like he wasn't quite at the top, you know, when I was racing with him in the same division. But that was just the last 2 seasons. I don't know how he did the first 3. So
But he feels a bit up and down, doesn't he? When he's like
yeah.
either he's at the top or
So
he's
this
at the
season
bottom.
he's got a lot. This season alone,
Yeah, 'cause it's like
been,
either he gets the
strides in
podiums.
Div 3.
Yeah, either he gets the podiums or either he doesn't. It's a bit weird, but
Be interesting to see if he goes ahead of Rankin this week or not.
yeah, we'll
Probably.
see. It could happen. It could happen. Callum is on 5. With a lot of. He has some nice company there. The Yellow Gamer also on 5 podiums for people who
Sorry about that, I'm back.
remembers him. I'm sure only Ranga and Callum
Yellow
will remember
Gamer.
him from this
Yellow
past
Gamer,
pod.
yeah.
Who remembering?
How could we ever forget?
Remembering?
Yellow Gamer.
Oh yeah, Yola.
I'm just looking.
I remember him.
Yeah, we just said that you were on the same amount of podiums as him, which is 5.
Really? Jeez.
It sounds better when you have that sort of company, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We have a lot of people who scored 1 off podiums. And then what, do you remember Menok Savo? Menok Savo?
Hub.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh.
We have
Scope's
Random
got one.
Rexy. Random Rexy actually made the first couple of videos in the YouTube channel if you scroll all the way to the bottom.
Very
I think
true.
it was him, yeah.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, that's about it in terms of interesting names, I'd say.
Scopes is very interesting name. He's got 1 podium.
Yeah.
We'll see then. Oh yeah, it's there. Oh yeah, it's there. Yeah, yeah. There. I've sorted them.
Hungry.
I've sorted them in alphabetical order. So it's, if I know who looks for it, I'll find it. But yeah, Scopes on 1 podium. Yeah. Many more for the future, we hope.
Still just waiting. I don't think I'm on the leaderboard like any Hall of Fame at all, so that's good.
But yeah, we'll have to root for Freeman to beat Presto as soon as possible to get
the other one.
Yeah.
first race up there. Yeah, this one is interesting though. Fastest laps, and not lap records then. I mean fast laps. We only started counting that at season 3. So, who do you think is actually at the top of that statistics? Of those
Freeman.
statistics? No,
Freeman.
Oh, first Midzy.
no,
Ranga?
No.
This
I
one-
won't answer because I am kind of on the page on my phone, but it's interesting.
it's one Div 2 driver,
Smoke.
one elite. Yeah, Smoke. Yeah,
Dorsey.
that's the elite driver, and Dorsey. Yeah. They are on 8 fastest laps. Then we have a couple of people on 7 fastest laps, which is Podium, Creech, SLR Bean, SLR McEwen, and SLR Kolka.
Interesting.
So yeah, that's very interesting. We have a lot of people in this one, which is on 1. So
Oh my
not
God.
bother repeating all of
I'm
it.
actually on it as well.
Lots of
This is the
people.
first one I've seen I'm on. I've got 3.
I don't think I've ever actually got a fastest lap, even during season 2. I don't think I ever got a fastest lap.
We were just saying how
Yeah, we
decide counting,
we didn't
didn't we?
start. I only started counting with season.
Yeah, I
3,
know, but
though,
what I'm
so-
saying is, even people in like Div 2 and lower divisions have had fastest laps.
But
Because of course there's going to be a fastest lap during the race. I'm just saying,
yeah, but it's a tendency for these stats to not be the actual people who's at the top, because usually the fastest lap goes to someone outside the top 10 who's put on some sort of soft tires towards the end, like Owen.
not making me feel as
Yeah,
bad.
like me. But it's literally exactly what happened last week. And when I first started as well.
Yeah,
I
'cause
think my
the
first
fact is
race I
that
came 11th and fastest lap. I
Yeah,
did that
'cause-
a couple of times as well.
yeah,
Quite painful.
there's one fact saying here that Owen, well, it's a truth. Owen is on the same amount of fastest laps as Freeman, which is 3.
Yeah.
So something you can tell your
Go on.
grandchildren
And
in the
Mitzi.
future.
And there's quite a few big names there.
Ranga, you
Funny.
have scored 1 fastest lap.
Get in there, Ranga.
I've scored 2, so we're not the guys doing 1 lap pace during the race.
I was confused. I thought you said you did them in alphabetical order and you were at the top. I was like, where is... I don't see him put on the many S's. I was like, where are you?
But they're like, I think the podiums is in alphabetical order, and I think the bottom one here is because there was so many at the bottom. And
Yeah.
yeah, and then I think the second one is in sort of alphabetical order when you go from Christian down. No, sorry, from Brindian down.
Yeah.
It's a bit messy, but it is what it is. Yeah. We also have some lap records, but obviously I can't go through them all. But the interesting one is in Baku. It's a lap record
Yeah.
from season 2, which is not the only season 2 lap record, but it's the only Division 2 lap record,
Alright.
which is pretty interesting. Although at that time Division 2 was the second division, not the third division, it's still Division 2 lap record, which is a 139.0, and I know that Ranga was very happy with his Spain lap record, although he's lost that one now, but I haven't heard anything, Ranga, from the fact that you actually have the lap record for Austria now.
What?
Yes, you do. It's
How
an
many is
05.
that?
It's an 05.2 set this season. That's your only lap record. Only time you've scored the fastest lap in a race, you did the lap record.
Wow.
So I just
Okay.
realized that I don't think you knew about that, considering you're talking about
He
Spain
kept
from
second
time
in
to
that
time,
race
but
as
you
well.
never
That's
talk
pretty
about
impressive.
Yeah, I lost it in the last lap.
just.
Water ball.
Yeah, as I said last week, Germany is a set in stone lap record for It's Me Will, unless it comes back
Yeah.
to the calendar. Looking at the next race,
Which is not likely to.
looking at the next race, which is Russia, we have a 32.9 by podium in season 1. So it's
It's a long-standing record.
yeah,
But all the other
yeah,
ones from here on in are season 1.
yeah. There
Are
was yeah. Obviously in season 2, we didn't really score many lap records towards the end, and season 3 and 4 was a slower game, wasn't it? So it was harder to beat the F1 2018 times. We have some.
There is a question I've got to ask though, is that why are some of them in bold, like Bahrain and China in bold, and everyone else isn't?
Yeah, I'm not sure, to be honest. I gotta fix that.
And some podiums like season 1 Bahrain like record is just in your face, and so much Jitto in China. That was the one where me and him did a one-on-one, so he would get the fastest lap and he beat me by like 2 seconds. So that was cool.
Jesus.
And that kind of proved that both our first, that he would go up to elite and I would go down to first.
I love the positive attitude you had when you said that. Yeah, the next tab is all the winners of the championships.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Which
looking at
I
now.
would hope that you knew or know, at least if you've been here for a while.
Yeah.
Well, if you didn't know,
What-
I
what-
put it on the video the other day, so there you
Oh
go.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
I put all of the results, and I thought that was a nice end. Well, not quite the last.
What I
end,
find-
but-
What I find strange is I've got the same amount of championships as Beast.
Well, yeah, Beast has only had one full season.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you got
You've
got
done
you got a driver's and a constructor. No, you got a driver's and a joint constructor, haven't you?
Yeah, he. But who? Oh, Callum.
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah. I was actually a teammate that season. Yeah, in season 2. Well, joint constructor's teammate.
We did Haas.
Yeah, exactly.
It was like 2 seasons in a row where Haas got the championship, wasn't it?
Yes, Haas dominated season 1
Yeah.
throughout. Haas won all the I mean, we just gotta look back at that now. To be honest, though, we started off our first season. We do a driver draw as we've always done, and Haas manages to
Yeah.
win all 3 constructors championships. How ridiculous is that?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
It looks
Very.
like there's a possibility of at least 2 of them being won by Haas this year as well as the joint constructors.
I mean, it's obviously the car you want to be in
Yeah.
in SLR. I mean,
If
last
I see-
season was the only time Haas hasn't won a championship because they won the Div 3
Did they win
constructors.
season 3?
Yes, Div 3 constructors with Zach and Helix.
Oh, right. Completely forgot about that. I find it funny that I cursed getting into
When
the
did we
Haas,
bring
to
in
be honest.
the rule that somebody has to go up? Was it the beginning of season 4?
It's always been there. Yeah, it's always been there.
What? That if they win the championship,
day
they go
one.
up?
Yeah.
Yes, if you win a championship, you go.
Because I'm just seeing it, and I've just seen season 3. Zach won the championship, didn't he? But he didn't go up.
Yeah, but that was
Season-
because it was under special circumstances. He didn't win a race the
Yes.
whole season.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I remember you saying
He
because he scored
win-
his first race win despite being a championship winner.
Yeah,
season 5.
Dorsey and Smoke dominated
Yeah.
the championship pretty heavily. Then they left to move up a division after Russia, so they just made it a bit open. It wasn't
Yeah,
really
I
fair
don't
to move
expect it
anyone
to
up
be the
then.
same circumstances if you win the championship this season. I mean, what? Didn't say that.
It's the same with onto the podium won back-to-back championship in Division 2 in season 2 and 3, but it was because he got moved up, and I think
Yeah.
I don't know, it was something that made him slower. So we thought it was a good idea to move him down again, and it was initially,
He
but
went,
not.
he went on to wheel, didn't he?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
We've learned a lesson by people going on the wheel. You get slower by quite a bit the first week, then you improve, and you will most likely end up being quicker than what you were before, and we stand there looking ridiculous because we moved you down, and now you dominate more than ever.
Yes, but there is some cases where that doesn't happen.
Yes, some cases, but I wonder who you're talking
I haven't actually
about,
done a
Callum.
race on the wheel, but
You
I
know
haven't
what
actually done a
think's
race
gonna
on the
be-
wheel,
should be a
but
good idea, right?
what?
I think right now, with 6 races to go, we should predict who we think the season 5 champions could be in each championship.
Yeah,
If you want to go through all of the like current
I mean,
standings.
sure, you can go ahead, mate.
yeah, let's
can-
start with the leads. Say the points of the top people, and
Right.
we'll make a prediction.
So, currently, in Elite, Han is on 251. Zydred is
No.
is in second on 211.
Yeah.
Jam is on 202. Freeman is on 190, and Ghost Colt is on 136. There's 6 races left.
Right,
I'm gonna say a ham.
No, I'm gonna write it
I
down.
personally
as well,
put my-
and then just to make it even more exciting. Let's see.
Okay,
who
I
does
put my
that.
bet down as ham winning Jam maybe coming second with Zydrad falling behind Jam.
Yeah, let's predict the top 3. That's a good.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm
make
gonna say
sure I've
Ham,
got this.
Jam. then
How's the
Zydrad.
best way to do that? I'm trying to think. Do it that way.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a weird end of the season, to be honest.
Okay, so you said it was going to be
Ham, Jam, Zydrad.
let's call out all the others. Let's hear it.
Yeah, I guess I agree with Callum on Ham winning. I think his 40-point lead is not too much, but it is 40 points. So it's if he's consistent, which I feel like he is, he shouldn't lose it. To be honest, it's his title to lose. Unless he retires, of course, then we will be close straight away. But right now it is. Second though, it's tight. I think I'll write off Ghost Cold. I think it's too far away. But SidePOD only being 9 points out of Jam and there's 21 points out of Freeman. I actually think that Jam will finish second and that Freeman will take third. I've seemed to have seen like SidePOD not being too good in Singapore. I'm not sure what happened though. But
Yeah, I know. He's also planning on running with no ABS, especially this weekend. Or at least that's what he's tried today. I know for sure. Oh, much as well, Mike. Sorry. However, I reckon he's going to stick it out and go second. So I reckon Hammer's also going to win it. He's got quite a good lead there. He only won it back in, I want to say, Belgium or Italy. But the last 2 races, Zydrad's had a bit of a mare. I think he scored 2 points in the last 2 races or something like that. So he's fallen down a bit. I think he still comes second, and I'm going to say Freeman is going to be third. Has anyone else got a prediction?
yeah, Ranga, can we get your predictions?
For which division?
Elite. Top 3.
I think Zydrad. I think will come back a bit stronger than he was the season. Has been the season. I mean, he's been pretty strong this season anyway, given it's his first. But I think he'll probably have the measure of Ham next season. I think Ham will be there or thereabouts, and I think I don't know. It's a toss-up between, for me, 3 of them off the top of my head: Midzy, Jam, and Freeman, because they've all got.
We're talking about who's going to win the championship.
Sorry, I thought you were talking about next season.
Yeah, we're talking about who's going to win this
Yeah,
season.
because we're doing predictions now, Ranga, and we'll look back at them when
I'm going
it's
to look
ended.
back at it when we get to Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
Or just after.
Because of course I'm going to do a SidePOD based on how the championship's gone. The week after Abu Dhabi.
Perfect. But what are you saying, Rank? The top 3? Let's hear it.
Who's
have
the
Ham
fourth
on-
at the minute?
Ham on 251, SidePOD on 211, Jam on 202, Freeman on 190, and Ghost Colt on 136.
That's the top 3.
Ham, Freeman, and Ham, Zydrad, and Jam.
That's just gone for the identical top 3 to what it is now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it'll finish as it is.
Scopes, do you want to chuck one in there? I don't know if he's still in.
What's
We're doing predictions.
We're doing some
for
predictions
the end
tonight,
of the season.
yeah.
Who's going to jump?
Okay. What division are we talking about?
So elite.
Elite.
At the minute.
Oh god. Hold on. Give me about 5 minutes. I don't know.
Hold on. Just because we're talking about championships, can we just talk about Div 1 for a second?
Yeah, we're coming on to that.
We're doing
that.
that.
We'll do it.
No, I know. I'm not talking about it in terms of like who's going to win in this.
Yeah, no, I'm still
I
going
guess
to do that as well. That's
alright.
Yeah, but you
I'm
can
really
say
excited.
anything you want when we get there. It's fine.
Yeah,
I think it's better for the structure to take it one at a time.
Thinking with how the league's going at the moment, a lot of the same people are gaining the points. So it's not like looking like much changes are going to happen. I reckon the end of the season is going to be between the top 3 as it is already.
It's the same,
No, right.
same top 3.
Yeah.
Same order?
Maybe switch around a bit. We can Zadra could close the gap to Hamjam. Because we put the work in, and it could close up between all three of them. And if Freeman manages to get a couple of good races in, I reckon he could join in, to be honest. But it's looking close. But I reckon it will stay between them three. At the top, Ham, Zadra and Jam.
In that order?
No. I don't know what the order is, but I reckon it'll be those three.
So it's
the
gonna
order.
come. Yeah.
I reckon Zadra will possibly come out on top, followed by Ham and then Jam.
Nice, interesting.
Alright.
We'll see who gets the most points then to after that.
Yeah. You'll get a point for every correct one. Right. Do I need to bother with constructors?
No, let's just
No.
Shall I
no.
just give us all a free point for that one?
Yeah.
just
do that,
ignore
yeah.
the constructors. It's not going to be
Right,
too
okay.
tight. It's just going to one.
Okay, so do the top three again. So
Yeah.
we'll talk about the. What do you reckon?
Well,
We'll do
I'm
top
just
three.
gonna say that I don't want to predict this one because I'm obviously in the middle of it. So I'll
Okay,
skip this
so
section.
Right. So should we just say let's not predict our own divisions?
Yeah, sure, that's fine by me. It's
So
just, there's going to be 3 people not doing Div 2.
yeah, it's just clock versus
Ranga.
Right. So Southerner is currently on top with
I'll be
162.
back in a sec.
Go on, mate.
McEwen is on 151. Clock is on 139. Tooman is on 124, and Ranger is on 109. So it's all within 50 points. Those 5.
I say it's going to stay. I'm going to say it's about to stay the same. I think it might stay the same on consistency.
What, exactly the same top
Personally.
3?
Yeah. Southerners, McEwen, and then. Well, I think it might stay the same.
I think. I thought someone just joined us and had a notification from the Xbox. I think Matt should win it. I know I think there's been quite a little joke going around that nobody actually wants to win it because it means they'll go up to elite, and I don't think many of them really fancy it. But
Yeah.
I think Southerner is going to get it.
Yeah.
I'm going to back Locke, who's a bit more informed than Callum is at the minute. He's going to get second. So. And then...
No, right.
Oh, Tony's in a lot of form. He did crash out last week. I'm going to say Callum's going to get P3. And then... wait, flip scopes. Do you want to do your Div 2 ones then while we wait? Scopes come back.
Yeah.
Give us the championship standards as they stand
Right.
at the minute.
Well, okay, so it's not that close compared to
Gosh. Yeah.
Div 1. So it's Bennett is currently on top with 224. MRC Arlia is on 146 in second. So there's almost 30 point
God.
gap. 78 is the gap at the minute. Sem is in P3 with 119. Zach is P4 with 104. I'm trying to think who's likely to be in that fight. Rando is on 94. Panther's on 85. Barlow's on 80. It's all quite close. From like the top 10 basically.
Bennett will win. I don't know much doubt in that. Bennett will win the championship. I think Sam will come second because I think he's probably the most. Oh, he's on form. He's probably the most form driver at the minute. So I'll say Sam P2's finishing the championship, and then I'll stick with I'll go with Alia to take the.
Okay. And Clock, what do you reckon?
I will have to agree with Brenda.
Well, he's
I think it's a bit.
top 3.
Yeah, I think it's. Yeah, I'm pretty certain it will end up like that unless we have some unexpected retirements or such.
I find it funny because you mentioned Alia and Alia got a penalty in the race.
Hey?
Yeah, you got a 3-second time penalty in this race, the Wednesday race.
Oh, just as you said
As
him.
Ranga mentioned his name. Yeah,
That's quite
as Ranga mentioned his name, he got a 3-second time penalty.
That's quite,
Well,
that's quite
give me 2 seconds.
Oh, and check this out, is just fucking hell. Check this out, has just been taken out by one of the the only McLaren still in, Demons.
Did Scott come back? I think we can move this to free.
No, it was Rango left, so we let's just
We'll
move
just
on
move
to
on to
Div
Div 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do Div 3 one, right. So, Div 3, as it currently stands, Dodgy is in the lead with 190. We've got Craig
Go on, Dodgy.
on 183, so only 7 points between them. That's the closest out of the lot, isn't it, I think?
Yes.
Gary Dean is on 155. Craftish Jester is on 141. Gareth is on 122. And Hypers is on 120. And I would say that top 6 are the ones that are going to finish in the top 3. I doubt it'll be anybody behind it, to be honest.
Okay, to be honest, I think it might stay the same with how the races have gone.
The exact top 3.
I realistically, I think it's going to be about the same. Top 3.
Personally, I'm gonna back Craig to win it. Mainly because he's my
Yeah.
AlphaTauri teammate. And I want to see him win it, therefore, which I assume you can all understand.
Of course.
And then looking at his form lately, he was good in Italy. Had some unfortunate pens. I think it was him. But then he did well in Singapore as well, from what I can remember right in the report. I think he won actually, didn't he? Yeah, he did. So yeah, I think he's gonna win. Dolce will end up in second, and I think, judging by Gary's form lately as well, with a lot of podiums as we said before, I think he's gonna stay in P3. So I just think the top 2 will swap around.
Yeah. Well, I've gone not quite the same with what I reckon. And Gary's been in blistering form, and I think he's going to take it. I think he's going to take the title. He's a bit far back at the minute. He was 35 points, but I think he's going to claw that back and get the title.
Yeah.
And Craig's been in good form as well. I think he's going to come second, and then I think Dodgy's going to get P3. And then just a wild card in there. I reckon Gareth could get P4 as well, but that's my hope for the Red Bull boys. Hopefully they'll win the constructors as well. You never know.
Yeah.
I don't think Ranker and Scopes are back. Is anyone
They can.
in a random shout that's not Haas, or perhaps an outside winner for the joint constructors?
Racing Point.
That's
Racing points in the joint
that's
constructors.
so far off though.
I don't. It was. He said wild card. I just.
Yeah, they're 130 points behind. But I mean, to be fair though, it's 4 divisions. They can pull it back in one week, realistically. But they're probably behind with 130 points for a reason as well.
Yeah,
so.
but you've got to remember that I am the one in Div 2 with the most points for Racing Point.
Okay.
And I'm on
they
like
have
39 points.
they have a really good
31, I
Div 1.
think.
They have a really good Div 1 team.
Yeah. Div 1 and Div 3 are very good with Racing Point. I think they're leading both of them, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But then
It's just
there's me and Venom, who doesn't actually ever turn up.
Yeah, he's not racing again this week. You have
Fuck's
VTEC as
sake,
your
man.
teammate as well as it stands, but we shall see.
Yay!
Racing Point is getting away a bit from me and Preds in the AlphaTauri. It's
Sorry,
a
I'm
bit
back.
unfortunate. He's been a bit unlucky, Preds, in the
Yeah.
last races.
What's
we'll
your
ask,
outside prediction?
He's got to do Div 3.
Oh yeah, we'll do Rangers.
Yeah, Ranger needs to
Rangers
do Div
quickly. Ranger, what's your top 3 for Div 3 is going to be?
Dodge is on 190, Craig is on 183, Gary is on 155, Crafty
He'll
Jester is on
be-
141, and Gareth is on 122. Hyper's on 120.
It will be Craig will win. Dodgy will be P2. And Crafty will be P3.
Who've gone against the
No,
Red
right.
Bull.
That is interesting, and that's so funny because you've dropped out Gary from the top three entirely, whilst Owen predicted Gary to win the whole thing. So it's amazing how people can have such
Interesting.
different,
Opinions,
yeah.
Considering we,
Find
we all raced the Red Bull as
I
well.
can't see past Craig at the minute. I'm not gonna lie to you, he's on fire.
He is. He's done well, very, very well recently. So he's got second for me. Just behind Gary.
Oh, excuse me.
Then is Scopes back yet or not?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll do your the rest of the joint constructors outside like he was outside podium, outside prediction.
You think anyone else that has could win the joint constructors, Rango?
Yeah, basically. If you think there's one person that could, one team that could win it instead of Haas.
Red Bull. I'm not saying that because the minute, I'm saying that 'cause I think we've got a good chance.
Yeah, we've dropped down to third. Sorry.
Yeah, we had a bad
this
weekend,
week,
but you know.
we had a bad week, and we
I
didn't
think-
have everyone racing.
yeah, I
With
honestly
Gary
think-
back,
I
we
honestly think
should
if
get
we-
some points.
Yeah, no, I think Red Bull are in with a chance. I really do. I think it depends though. We've got a very, very good team on paper. It just depends who turns up. I think in Elite you've got Bezos and Mercs who on their day can be around the top
I mean,
five.
that's it. They came. I think Merck said 4th and 7th. They finished. In
Bezos is
this
very,
week.
very under the radar. You know, he can just kind of
Yeah.
flit past. You know, he's just not very
Yeah.
talked about. He's not one of the inverted commas big guys that you'd think of when you think about Elite, but he's always there or thereabouts. He's always in and around Q3 getting good scores, which is hard to do in that division. And so you can never count him out. And Merckx, obviously, you know what Merckx is capable of. In Div 1, I think Czech on his day, I think Czech is probably the fastest pound for pound driver in the division, in my opinion, on his day. And then I think I fancy myself at some tracks, some more than others. But I think we've got a good team there. Div 2 is yourself, Owen, and Neelix, and Neil's not quite had the season you would have wanted, but I think on your day, Owen, you should be there or thereabouts. And it's just a case of consistency there. And then in Div 3, I think that's probably our strongest team, Gareth and
Yeah, I think I think we were at least a couple of weeks ago when we went up to second. We were the only team to have over 100 points for each division, like in over one team.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if it's still the same. I think it is. Oh no, Alpha Romeo have done that now as well. Other than that, it's only Alfa Romeo and Red Bull that have got over 100 points in each. Currently, Elite are on 148, Div 1 are on 150, Div 2 130, and then Div 3 are on 278.
I think it's interesting how you say that Alfa Romeo is on the over 100 points in every division, but yet they're still lost in the joint constructors.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they are now as well. Yeah, they only scored 3 points this week, all 8 drivers, which I think is probably the lowest we've had this season.
Yeah, I think there's a couple teams be doing like well in some. For example, both AlphaTauri and Racing Point are doing really well in Division 1 and Division 3, but getting a bit let down in Division 2, unfortunately.
So
It's-
Rockamad got P2.
Yeah, but I was about to say that it's a bit of a shame because we have quick drivers. I mean, AlphaTauri, I know we have both Rockaman and Dolce, and I know they can be
Yeah, they've both got podiums.
really good. And I mean, at the day they can be up there and get podiums. It's just a shame that they haven't done. We've fallen off a bit. And I'm not sure about.
Do you have an outside prediction?
Well, I'd have to say Renault then.
Yeah, they are.
they have-
probably the most
yeah.
likely.
They have the 3 instead, letting them down a bit. But looking at the team, it looks stable. We have have a buffer of points, and Div
Yeah.
1 we know they have
In-
two stupendously quick drivers. They're just not the most consistent in terms of pace, but
Oh, excuse me. Yeah.
both Kolka and
It's,
Donny can be
It's
ridiculous
the
on
same
their
thing
day.
in Div 2 as well. 'Cause I remember Halo, his first race properly for Renault, he got second, and he's always quick when he races. And Renault is just the consistency. You either get a top 5 or he DNFs basically. Which is also the same with the likes of Rockamad, as you were saying, which is unfortunate for him. But, yeah. I've put Red Bull down as my prediction. Got to back the boys. Which means I've actually got to put some effort in it. So.
Yeah, I would like to predict AlphaTauri, my boys, but I don't think.
Where's AlphaTauri in sixth? It's quite a big step up for that, isn't it?
Yeah, we haven't scored enough points in Div 2, and probably not in the elite either. To be honest, you gotta score points in at least 3 divisions to win the Joint Constructors.
Yeah, that's where it's getting interesting with Hassan in it, because since, as we were saying, Zydrad mentions every time we talk about the Joint Constructors in a party with him, since Kevin left in Spain, they didn't score a single point in Div 1 until last week, where Lewis got 4, became 8th.
Jeez.
And yeah, that was the first points that Div 1 constructors had scored for Haas since Spain, which is pretty impressive. But it might even be before that. I don't know when Kevin scored his last one.
Yeah, it was fair.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
they do have.
of course that
probably
was clearly down to me, and then
yeah.
I left, and then they crumbled. But, you know,
They probably have the best team in. Well, not probably. They do have the best team in SLR though, in Elite with
Yeah.
Sydrad.
I think just from
you-
the constructors alone, it's a bit like just from the elite constructors, they're on par with some of the joint constructors. They've got 401 points in the league, just the two of them. And the last Alfa Romeo, who are last in joint constructors, they're on 474, so they're not too far off with just two of them, which is ridiculous. It also makes almost half of their points as well.
Yeah. One thing I found pretty interesting though is that Mercedes and Ferrari is usually, well, I say usually not this season Ferrari though, but usually Ferrari is at the top and Mercedes has been at the top since 2014, obviously. But they have never done well in SLR for some reason.
Yeah, I've noticed that as well.
I mean, I know
Yeah.
that the cars are equal and all that, but isn't it a bit surprising that they haven't got a driver lineup for the title
Yeah, it's mad.
once in 5 seasons?
No, it's pretty mad.
And I think those two are the only teams that hasn't been in the title fight from what I can remember in any sort of form really.
Shit.
I'd say the Toro Rosso or AlphaTauri wasn't really before. But now,
Basically, the great SLR teams, who have that been? That's been
Haas
say
is best.
Haas and McLaren are the two top ones,
Yeah,
haven't they?
McLaren had two. Haas had two joint constructors, yeah. And then McLaren had one joint constructors. but
Should
they
I
had
find out first? I'll go on to the Hall of Fame quickly.
It was Haas twice. Well, yeah, because I wasn't Haas. Yeah, it was Haas twice.
Yeah,
then it
Haas
was
won the
McLaren.
first two, then it was McLaren, and then it was Renault
Yeah.
last year.
And McLaren had. Wait, what constructors didn't they? Some additional like normal constructors as well. Two normal constructors in season 3.
Yeah,
I'm sure they had something in. If it was season 4 or season 2. Or,
season 4 they didn't. Season 2 they didn't either, actually. No.
oh, maybe they didn't.
Haas are definitely the team though. The team
Yeah.
in SLR.
They didn't win. Haas in season 2 didn't win Div 3. It was Red Bull who won season.
It was,
Uh,
yeah.
Season 2 Div
Yeah.
3.
And Alfa Romeo, who's lost here, had a good team in I want to say Division 2 last season. Was it you, right?
What's that?
They did. They
Was that
came
2
second.
seasons ago?
They came
Yeah.
second last year.
Who's
To
that?
Racing Point, and they won Division 1 in season 2 as well with Preston.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they were there. Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Who are we talking about?
Just
Alfa
in
Romeo.
general
Yeah, it
constructors,
was
like
Alpha
over
last
the years.
season, yeah.
And we're talking about
I got
how
the
you and
stupid
Joe
Toro Rosso
bottled
last
it to
season.
Callum and Tom last year.
No, but we were a Torosso Dream Team in season 1, Callum.
No, we weren't.
What? Oh, I thought we were. You started fourth. I think you started 4th in Australia.
Yeah.
You were, and then it just didn't happen.
Well, it didn't help that I moved, so, you know, I missed out like 7 races.
Oh well.
Hell.
Well, I think we've
I was about to say, is it time to move on to the quiz?
yeah, probably. I think today's quiz is gonna be special. I'm just gonna stay on the topic, and we'll see how good your memory is
Yay.
of what we've been going through today. It's like being in school now, doing something and then having questions on it. That's brilliant. And Owen, I want you to close down your internet now. Or not.
Yeah, I won't stop cheating.
Next
Yeah,
time.
Owen.
I'm not gonna say it works. You're gonna mock me, so.
Yeah, I stop
Are you
cheating.
saying something? Sorry, I was saying that again.
Stop cheating.
But yeah, I suspect Owen, or well, someone of you is gonna remember some questions, but I'll have some of them a bit harder. But yeah, anyway, talking about Hall of Fame then for different ways, and I want to know how many race wins were Freeman actually on?
What?
Wait, so
How many race wins does Freeman actually have?
Was it
That's a
12? No, 11? 10?
8.
9.
Yeah, pick one. Or we can pick one.
9.
I
Nine.
said 8.
We'll
Somebody
see.
said 9.
We'll see who gets the most points of you. So 8 from Owen, 9 from Callum, and Ranga says
9.
9. Then I can tell you that none of you is correct. He is on 10.
Ah,
10.
Did we get point for close?
No.
We get half a point for close?
No.
Get no points. Either you're correct or you're not.
ooh,
No point
Well-
for any one of you.
Okay, screwed.
did not.
Use your memories. Actually, we'll stay on Freeman and moving on to pole positions. And how many pole positions is he ahead of second place?
14.
That was his 14. Ranga, Owen.
I thought, didn't we say this earlier? I forgot what it
Yes,
was.
we did.
Yeah, we did.
It is a memory quiz this time.
Oh, right, okay. I think it was 14 actually. I think Alan's right.
He's on 22.
Well, the actually was on like 26.
10 at 10. That was like that. 10. No. 10, yeah, 10.
Hey, Beast, mate.
You think it's
10,
10?
10.
Correct answer is actually 14. So playing for
Ah,
Callum, but not for Ranga.
Come on, Owen. Let's do
Let's
this,
do it.
Owen, mate.
Stupid
on
game.
Let's do it.
Didn't like
Just
the
wanna-
game anyway.
Just want to add Ranga. He's on 24 poles, not 22, as you said there. Just to make that clear again. Stupid game. Yeah, and we're moving on to podiums. And we're not talking about Freeman this time. We'll also talk about third place in terms of all-time podiums. He's on 27 points, sorry, and I want to know who is it?
What's her?
Who did third all-time
You
podium?
say
with
it
27.
BCC Legends.
With
It's Liam.
used to, it was Legends, wasn't it?
It's,
No, Legends.
it's Rebecca Vise, mate. No one got that. No one
I
got
didn't hear it. If I'm being
Rebecca Vardy.
I think you said third place was BCT Legends.
yeah.
Ranga, do you agree or do you disagree?
I think it's Scott.
Yeah, right.
I think you're throwing.
I think you're like.
Scott. No, it's definitely Scott.
Well,
like
give me
actually
a
find out
serious
how many
answer,
Scots
Ranga. I know you know it isn't Scott, so
What is this? What's the question again? Third place? What?
Who's had the third
All
most
time,
podiums?
Yeah.
Dorsey.
well, I can tell that Ranga is wrong yet again, and Callum and Owen gets a point for BST Legends.
That's just because we
I-
listened.
Just because I was interested, I found out how many Scott's got. He's got 7.
Yeah, so that's 20 points less than third place. So Ranga wasn't even close. Brilliant.
Stupid.
You can't just say that to every question.
Watch me.
Talk about Scott then. How many fastest laps does he have?
4.
Yeah. He's gonna have 2.
4.
I'm gonna go in between say 3.
Owen is correct. He has 2.
I'm mad.
Ah
Let's
shit.
go. I was about to say 3, and I was like, actually, I didn't see his name, and I looked and found myself on 3. So I'm gonna go for 2. I wasn't 100% sure.
So it's 3-2 to Owen, 3-2 to Owen, and 0 for Ranga. We'll just
Let's go.
ignore him at the bottom there.
Damn you, Owen. Damn you, Owen.
Stupid game.
You
That's
can't
right,
just
I always
talk-
take
Ranga.
the off today.
So, we have one lap record scored in the Division 2 race. It was Season 2, and it was in Baku. Who was it?
Rudiger.
Yeah, really go, yeah.
And, yeah, I will give you both points. And I'll
As
just,
Ranga's
Not even gonna ask Ranga.
I'll just ignore Ranga by now. I'm just gonna say something stupid and call
No,
it
go on,
a
question, go on.
stupid game. That's for listening as well.
Who had the only did 2 that record?
Around Azerbaijan.
Back in season 1.
Oh,
Season 2.
Season 2 as well.
I love that you already said the correct answer and he still doesn't.
Yeah, we've already
He's
said the
listening.
correct answer, and Cox told us it's the correct answer.
oh crap.
What have you been doing?
Just doing SBC.
Fucking,
Oh, so you went off about.
He's doing what?
he's playing FIFA.
How about
Here we go.
season 2? Good para. No, he wasn't.
I said this before when we were talking about
Oh,
Yeah,
whatever. Go.
it. It's good.
Is
Well
it
done.
actually-
First point, Ranga.
Did you actually really go?
Yes.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Rudiger.
off to. Love to see it.
Anger's having a meet, he's just not listening to it.
Yeah.
And somehow still getting the right answer.
Yeah, no, I don't do that. I just don't listen.
So, talking about season winners then, or championships, or whatever you want to call them. I'm a bit afraid that Owen's gonna know this because he's written everything in the birthday video.
Obviously.
But
Yeah.
you'll get a point for each driver you can name. And I want to know who was part of the McLaren team in season 3 who won the joint constructors.
Oh, in season 3, Steve-O, Clock.
It was. Wait,
Podium.
I can do all of it. It was.
Okay, so you did 3 now, Pricey. Not Pricey, what Pricey?
Pricey.
Oh, it's just because I was
Oh.
reading Pricey.
Clock
It's just
and
because I was
Podium
reading
did
Pricey.
too, and it was
Get
Gareth
in
and
the
Steve,
bin.
wasn't it?
I
No, it wasn't.
Pricey, that was...
Yeah, so our
Gareth?
clock has left the chat.
Was
Oh
it Gareth
god.
and Steve Owens at Div 3?
Callum said Steve-O, me, who else did you say?
Podium.
Podium. So yeah, he's got 3, and you can take the remaining 2 then.
It was Pricey,
Was
Podium,
Gibby one of them?
and Gareth. Gareth, wasn't it?
Podium Callum said, so Pricey, Gareth...
Oh,
and-
then you.
No, he said me,
Oh.
Steve. One
Gibby.
point.
Was that the one I missed?
Yes.
There you go.
I just said Gibby. Did you not take into
Yeah, but
account?
I
I
said-
literally landed with 6 of them straight away. Still.
Ah.
You both got it.
Well,
Five.
Jimmy,
5. Owen has 1 point lead then.
let's go.
Do we have any more questions, or is that the end of the
And
questions?
do you want to have another shot to overtake him, or do you accept?
Sure,
your
let's
No, he
do
loss?
this.
doesn't really.
Yeah, one more
Yeah.
question.
Let's do this. One more question.
Okay then. So, I'll. Yeah, well, you can take. Yeah, let's take this. I don't think so. It's impossible for Callum to overtake. We'll start from the start. And name the champions. I realized it's too easy with drivers, so we'll do constructors, and we'll start from season 2 because driver tanks isn't actually listed from season 1, so I don't know everyone's in there, but we'll go from team to team. I'll say your name, you can take a guess, and if you get a guess wrong, the next one can guess, so we'll see how many points you get.
So what's happening? Wait, what?
How are we doing this?
So
then?
it
Are we
will.
doing this?
First of all, we'll start off with season 2, so the constructors. In Div 1, Alfa Romeo won the constructors, and we can start with Callum. Name one of the drivers.
Name one of the drivers. Season 2, Division 1.
That was the one
Yes.
that I know both of them.
That one in-
'cause I
Oh Lord. Guna?
No, he was in Division 2 at the time. So then I'll give
Alright.
Owen a chance to name one of the drivers. Just one.
Presto.
Prestos, that's 1 point for Owen. And can Ranga name
Ah, that was
Presto's
I should have
teammate?
got that.
In what season?
Season 1, 2.
Season 2.
What team was he in?
Alfa Romeo.
Alpha.
I did say it earlier.
No, I got no idea.
It's
I think I
JH.
might know.
Yeah, it was.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I
So
literally
now,
said earlier it
since-
was Presto and JH.
And now we'll rotate you. So this time, Ranga was lost, so Ranga can start. Division 2 has. Name one of the drivers.
Which season?
The
Season
season
two.
2, Division 2 has. One of the
Um,
drivers.
Yeah.
Yes, I was one of them. 1 point to Ranga. And then Callum started before, didn't he? So it's Owen who gets a shot.
Owen.
Mm. Just trying to think. Podium? No, he was
I
your team
think
in
I know.
season 3, wasn't he? No, fuck. Podium.
Podium is correct. So
Oh man.
point
Okay.
for you.
He was your team in season 3, though, still. So I was like, I got.
Yeah, and we'll. Now it's your turn to start. Now, honestly, I don't know. I messed up the order a bit there, but that's fine.
Are you doing Div 3? Because I can name both Div 3 drivers who won the constructors. 'Cause it was Red Bull who won the constructors.
Ah,
I
yeah, it
won
was. Can you name one of them, Owen?
Figueroa was one of them,
Correct. And Callum, give me the other one.
Oh wow! Oh, I can't believe I'm mentioning this name. Dead Paul.
Yes. It's 10-8 now to
Yes.
Owen. We'll,
Yeah.
we'll
Oh well. It's been a long stream.
it is what it is. Owen extended the
Yeah.
lead and won, and Ranga only got 2 points. Plum lost. Shame for him.
Dub.
Probably didn't hear me say it anyway, so.
All right then. Let's end the podcast for this week. Because yeah, I'm tired. So thank you, Owen, for being my co-host as usual. Thank you, our resident quiz expert and statistics master, Clock, for saying all the statistics, as well as, of course, Owen, because I think you're both nerds. So yeah, I'm just gonna say that.
I'd say that's a compliment.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you, Oranga, for joining. Finally, even though last week he did join, but he's now joining consistently again. Thank you, Scorps, who I don't think is actually here right now. So yeah. This has been the SLR SidePOD. Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Bye.